When I went at you yesterday, I had a laundry list of ammo. I could have talked about a whole lot of street that people fed me or people were talking about, but I didn't want to talk about it. You know why? Because we're joking. This is a podcast. We're keeping it light. I'm not going to say something to challenge your manhood. I'm not going to say things that's going to basically accuse you of being things that would be the most heinous things. Like, you know, there's many things I could have brought up, and I still won't bring it up now. But this response in the car told me that my disclaimer basically told me all I needed to know. You and your...
Yeah, I can relish. Hey, buddy. You nasty little animal. How you feeling, brother? Check this out, man. You think you're so smart. You think you're the most intelligent person in the room, my boy. You're so cocky. You're sitting over there with your makeup on and sitting in your basement. Akademiks, the king of the internet. Boy, you ain't nothing but the king of your basement and all those weird little sex toys you got down there. So, here's the thing. First and foremost, I've never been in my entire life accused or locked up, arrested for any sexual anything. Sexual assault, sexual anything, nothing. So you got to miss me with that one. And maybe look a little bit deeper in what you going after. And if you're gonna like post niggas saying old footage of niggas saying foul me, post the documents, nigga. Post the receipts or whatever you talking about. Because you think you're so smart and you're talking about jokes. Nigga, I told you you had an opinion on us, and this was my opinion on you. I don't want to hear nothing about what we wearing, how old we are, rappers becoming podcasters, washed up this. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that. Unless you're going to give us a detailed explanation on why you thought it was cool to have a conversation with a 15-year-old boy about another man and him, and you pushing him to embrace this gay agenda of yours. Like, until you explain this cringeworthy phone call, right, on what was the stream, right? Until you embrace that and give us a well-documented explanation, and I don't want to hear no half apology, nigga. I want to understand what the mentality is behind you. Why did you think that was cool? And this is not the first time you said some weird shit about children. So not only do we got to watch you around the women because you got this distaste and anger towards women, but we got to watch you. We got to watch out for our boys. This is your words. Would you let such and such? Why not? Who plays like that? No grown man plays like that. That has never been cool. So this is what I'm saying. Until you give us a well-detailed explanation of what was going on in your mind, and we don't want to hear nothing about what you're talking about. We don't want to hear your opinions on us. We don't want to hear your opinions about what we wearing, nigga. We don't want to hear your opinions about anything. You talking about having these evolved conversations like you the smartest nigga in the room, but you over there talking about having sex with like this nigga should have been stepped on you. And that is the absolute truth, because here's the thing. Somebody said to me, they said, Maino, well, if you knew this about him, well, why did you do shots with him at the concert? And I said, you know what? That's a good question. But the truth of the matter is, I did not know. I don't pay you no mind. I'm not patched into you like that. I'm not into what's going on with niggas. I'm so concerned with my old life and being a washed up nigga that I'm not that patched in. That wasn't that important to me. I didn't even realize that was happening. But you know what happened? Soon as you start running your mouth, all the information started to come in. And I don't give a fuck what you think you posting, boy. What you think you saying, boy. You understand? That's it, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say, bro. It ain't even. We don't even have to talk no more about.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as DJ Akademiks and Maino have continued to weigh in on each other, that is, as last week it went viral, went up everywhere all over the internet when Maino had some things to address, as he had seen a clip recently right before the Let's Rap About It podcast, that new episode where Akademiks was mocking them, making fun of boys how they dress, calling them senior citizens, age shaming them to like just keep it short, just things the way that they act and stuff like that. So Maino let them have it. It went viral everywhere with that clip where he just went in direct out of nowhere and just said, hey, this and this and that, this and this and that. Well, Akademiks eventually came with a full response and was making jokes even more. So Maino came back, got inside the car, went on him, started talking about other things. And then now we here today where Maino is coming out because of Akademiks. Somebody on one of his Twitter accounts posted him talking to Troy Ave, putting allegations of telling on Maino, which Maino say that's not true, where the paperwork at, and it's getting more and more personal now. And now Maino just took it all the way up there a notch. Address this old video that we saw earlier this year where you were talking to the 15-year-old boy, having a very deep sexual conversation with him, and Maino has that on the end of that on his channel, Let's Rap About It, and I had a link in the description where y'all can watch it in full because he said a lot more. And he's saying, hey bro, you're not in position to have a conversation or opinion on me or anything I got going on right now when it comes to this video being out there about you, even the allegations, which are allegation and the accusation of him raping that girl at his house when his two partners ran the train on his chicken things. I can't convict somebody from the cell phone, so I'm not going to say that bro did that. But when it comes to him talking to that 15-year-old boy, that's weirdo behavior. We heard that. We can see that with our own eyes. Asking him sexual questions, but not even just sexual questions, man-on-man sexual questions. It was very, very weird, and there was other grown men on there as well. So he just saying, hey, bro, I'm not ever supposed to pay attention to any opinion that you have in this game. So whatever Akademiks got going on right now, that's what he putting you in that ballpark with this stuff right here. And I say this, no matter how nobody feel about it, you can talk about however you want to talk about Maino, talk about who, what he got going on, where is he a real podcaster, YouTuber? I'm hearing these conversations. Oh, he's trying to street bully, trying to turn this into the streets. Hey, man, they going at each other. And I'm not saying they need to result to no street stuff, but hey, if you putting somebody on display, you mocking them first, they want to mock you, you got a choice to be quiet or you keep it going. You keep it going, you start telling people how they should think, how they should feel, and let's keep it 1,000. Akademiks talks like he's smarter than everybody, like he got more intelligence than everybody. You hear it in his tone, so boys is going to be like, well, hold on, bro. Who do you think you talking to at this point? Because explain this right here, right now. This is where we going to go with it. As Maino is even doing the interview right now, he know how to capitalize on the moment as well. Akademiks got his critiques about them. Anybody can have any opinion they want to have, but the facts is the facts. And you know, I hear the conversation of them like coming in the podcast, bro. They podcast is doing good over there. You got to know they lane, they audience is going to be different than a lot of people because they are artists and they're older, they have experienced more life. And people want to hear what they got to say off of their experience. People want to hear what they got to say about their opinions and things of that nature. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. They sit down having a convo. They ain't just critiquing news and trending topics and stuff like that. It's different lanes in this game. But people try to turn it into this, turn it into that. I hear Akademiks even say, well, man, you said this part incorrectly. I can file a lawsuit on you. I never settled out of court for anything, which is true. But at the same time, you know what the ballpark he throwing that jab out there and the stuff with the 15-year-old boy. Just keeping it all the way 100. I say this, we going to see where it go. I'm pretty sure it's going to end pretty soon because DJ Akademiks, I don't think he wants to keep talking about that 15-year-old boy combo because that's what Maino is going to keep stepping on. But tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all at 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.